I'm Paul Palazzi, the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, and you're watching Joburg Today.
The next designer says her brand Munkus allows you to identify with your humble beginnings. Let's take a look.
Munkus is a brand that I started in 2019. The name came after what I've been called by at home. It represents the sense of home. So I wanted a name that kind of linked with that because that was the idea and the whole concept of the brand that I wanted to have. So growing up, I was always called Munkus, just like Pumpkin or Munkunyoshki or Poopsie. The loved ones around my life were the people who always called me Munkus. And so it's a name that I've kind of connected with the sense of home, being the most comfortable, knowing that the person calling me that is someone that does care about me in some sense. So yeah, I kind of carried on by having Munkus as the name of the brand, and I want everyone wearing the clothing or anyone associated with Munkus to have the sense of home, your most comfortable self, your colorful self, your bad self, worst self, lazy self, as long as you feel as confident as you do when you're at home in the private spectrum of your own home. So yeah.
And speaking with people that align with your brand, what is your target market exactly?
So my brand is basically inspired by the women in my life, my forebearers, like a generational line of women. So my grand, my great-grand, my mother. And I wanted to have a brand that kind of closes the gap between that. So I kind of thought, all right, usually when I'm going through my grandmother's clothing or my mom's clothing, what am I actually stealing? What am I actually kind of making relevant today? And I wanted a brand that kind of fills the gap where if you are older, you can still rock it and still have it, you know, play with it. And then if you are younger, you could still do the same. I think that's also where the layering came in. So you can mix, match, and wear it as you want to and have the confidence that you want to on that day. So yeah.
Interesting, Thando. You are the winner of the SA Fashion Week on the designer search. Can you tell us how important this win was and, you know, why it was this important for you?
I think thinking back on SA Fashion Week and kind of the history in promoting young talent and also promoting emerging talent or the talent that we see today, it's kind of been the platform of this is the designers of today, this is where I wanted to see myself as well. And I think it is such a space where it helps with recognition and helping with the brand being known to South Africans, saying, okay, this is where Thando started. She is a proudly South African brand. This is home before she wants to grow and move on to whatever it is. So I'm hoping that SA Fashion Week's relationship with me continues, which it will. They have been great. They've been opening doors. They've been such a happy industry, a welcoming industry. So yeah, I've just been blessed. And I think the new talent platform is just something that reassured me that there is something bigger awaiting me. I just need to put in the effort just like I did for the new talent and things will come into place.
100%. I'm interested, you know, just after that comment, for somebody that is, you know, wants to be in your position and for a platform like SA Fashion Week, your tips, advice as to, you know, not only how you get exposed to platforms like that, but where to go for opportunities, perhaps, you know, lay some foundation with your own experiences, perhaps?
My experience behind this whole thing, first of all, it's my second time entering. So I didn't get in, I didn't become a finalist or anything before, and I still took the leap to do it again. I think for anyone who is trying, it's not that it's a no if you don't get in or it's going to solve all your problems if you do. But I think it's something of putting yourself out of your comfort zone and pushing yourself to put yourself in front of the public. You know, these are my talents. I know that I'm talented. I believe in myself, but also having reassurance that, okay, you are talented, you know, is always nice to hear. Always hearing, okay, you can actually do better and go bigger or whatever it is. I think the whole new talent platform for someone who is looking up and looking into it is a space where it's just you are growing, you are having reassurance, but you're doing it in a sense that you have support behind you
so
and you have people with you.
From the industry.
Yes.
You said right off camera that life goes on after SM Fashion Week.
It does. does.
What's next for you? What's next for Munkus in the coming months?
I think the whole experience of everything, even after winning, just made me think I need to have a strong foundation. I need to make sure that the managing side of my brand is correct, the accounting side is correct, the marketing and how the brand kind of looks outside to the media has to be correct. So it kind of made me take the sense of take a step back and fix your foundation, build that foundation, and then take over the world. I think I will. Baby steps, but yeah, I think a great foundation, and that's how it moves on after the show. But I think the platform will always be there. SA Fashion Week will always be a family of supporting you through that journey from the foundation to wherever you end up to.
There's a very big significance, Thando, between the business side and the designing side of things, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I think it's a lot of glitz and glamour if you're looking at it from the outside, but from the inside, I've just noticed that I can't do everything on my own, which I've kind of took the concept from having gone to varsity to here, that you do everything from patterns to idea making to the shoots and everything. You want to be kind of in the process, but you need a team to grow. You need to kind of add on to your little eco cycle of, you know, what's kind of happening. And socially, I feel like it will grow if I just have a team behind me. So I think that's what's happening after SA Fashion Week and New Talent.